Hey everyone, welcome back. In this tutorial we're going to be adding collectible items to our UD platformer. We're going to be adding some collectibles that increase the player's score, some health pickups that replenish the health, and if all goes well, fingers crossed, it'll increase the max health. We're going to update the UI to show a score and the extra cherries for our health, and then we're going to handle the player interactions with these items. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have working collectible gems that add to the score, health pickups that restore your health, or even, again, here's hoping, increase the max health. So let's jump right in. The first thing we're going to do is take a look at our projects folder, and down here we have this little gem item here. There are 5 if you're using the same asset pack I have, there are multiple gems here, so you could create a nice little animation if you wanted to. Maybe I'll do that, maybe not, I don't know. But for right now, what I do want to focus on is creating this pickup. So create a game object, we'll just name it gem because that's what it's going to be. I don't know why it's not showing up as at the 0, but let's put it at the 0. Now we can just drag and drop our gem in there, and you can see it pops up, but it's still really small. That's because we need to come over here in our project folder, go ahead and click on the gem. I'll just click on all of them. And for right now, we're going to go with pixels per unit, change that to 16 as it should be. And for our filter mode, so it's not all fuzzy, we're going to change that to no filter and press apply. And there we go. On this gem, now what we're going to do is add a box collider 2D and make it a trigger. We're also going to go ahead and let's see. Let's go ahead and make it a prefab real quick by dragging and dropping it in here. There we go. And go to scripts. Let's create our first script. Well, not our first. This is going to be our 1, 2, 3, 4, our 7th script. Alright, there we go. I did not want a material. Let's delete that. And let's create mono behavior script. We're going to name this score item. And open up Visual Studio. There we go. Let's go ahead and add the score item script to our gem. Open that guy up. There we go. And in here, we're going to do a few things. Let's go ahead and remove all this stuff because we don't need that right now. What we do need is an integer. We need to be public. We're going to name it score value. It's going to be equal to 100. And then let's go ahead and add an on trigger event. So on trigger 2D. Per use, change collision to other because that's just my personal preference. There are some folks that leave it as collision. I am just not one of them. Alright. If other dot compare tag is the player, then let's do a thing, and that thing is destroy the game object. Alright. You say, but Chris, this doesn't add in the score. You're right. We're just testing to make sure that this is going to work, right? So it should, because destroy kind of does that for whatever you put it to destroy, but better to be safe than sorry. Hey, there we go, destroyed. Alright, now let's see here. Back in our, let's go to our game manager next, and in here we're going to need to, oh hey, spam. Alright, let's decline that. Thanks for interrupting. We already have it in here, but let's pretend we didn't. And you're going to want to type in using Unity Engine UI, because we're going to need to access the text, right? So variable. So let's go ahead and create our text. Well, let's create our score first. We're going to have our score default to 0 on the start. We're going to add our text in, and it's going to be called score text. And then we need to create a method down here, so a new function, and it's going to be public void add score, and it's going to pass an integer that's called an amount. What we're going to do is score is going to equal or add onto it the amount, and then we're going to score text dot text equals score, and there we go. So what this is going to do is it's going to add a score, or update the score, add it to here, right? And then it's going to say score.text, and so the score is equal to whatever the score is, right? That's what it should do. We're going to see how that works. But let's go ahead and first go back into score item, and we're going to need to go game manager dot instance dot add score, and then that's going to be the score value. That's what's passed in there. Alright, now let's go ahead and get into our UI and update that. Alright, so what we need to do is click on our UI. Let's go ahead and focus in on it. Let's go ahead and go to right click UI, and let's use our legacy text. That should be fine. And then let's name this to be score text. We're gonna put it over here in the top right because we got our hearts in the left. Change the font size to 30, so it's kind of large. Let's go ahead and change the color to white so it can be seen. And I guess we should adjust the size. Whoops, why did I do that? Let's go ahead and go with the height. Something about like that. Let's Control S. Now we need to add our score text into here, so let's go ahead and drop that there. Alright, now let's see what happens. Alright, so we need it to default to say score, but it does add it. Okay, so we can just go into our text and just type in score. Oh, space in there. Save, and let's see what happens. There we go. Alright, and everything else still works, so we're good there. Alright, now let's create our health pickup. Alright. How do we want to do this? We're going to do it probably the same way, actually. Let's go ahead and get back into our level. Whoa, too far in. Alright, so I don't need you anymore. Thank you. Let's apply those, and then we can delete that. And let's go ahead and add a new empty object, and we're going to name this health. also going to zero all that out again. And in our items and VFX folder, we have those wonderful, lovely cherries again that we're going to just drag and drop in there like so. And then on our health pickup, let's go ahead and add a circle collider again and make it a trigger, right? Let's create a new script in our scripts folder. We're gonna name it health pickup. Health pickup. There we go. Open that guy up. There it is. All right. What we need to do is, let's see. Let's say public integer heal amount is equal to 1, and then add our on trigger event. If other dot compare tag is the player, let's do a thing, and that thing is I have no idea how I want to do this. Let's see. We should probably get the player control. Player. We need other dot get component player control, and then whoops, if the player is not equal to null, then what we're gonna do is, so if they find the player, basically we're gonna destroy the game object just like before. Alright, so let's test it out. I see 0 errors. I hear my son coughing downstairs. Better not be getting sick because I just got done being sick. And nothing. Why nothing? Did absolutely nada. What if for right now is it an issue with this part? Let's see. Might help if I did the comment the correct way, and let's just paste this in here and see if it destroys it. Why? It's not even acknowledging that it exists. So if other, yeah. Which one I'm gonna do? I don't think I did anything wrong in this one, but I'm just gonna copy the one from the gym and just, oh whoops, copy the one from the gym, throw that in there, and delete that line. Oh, you know what? I'm a doofus. You know why it wasn't working? Because I didn't add it here to the script. Alright, so let's go ahead and undo all that nonsense. Alright. Might help, folks, if you attach the script to the item. Just saying. Alright, now let's see what happens. Now it should work. Hey, there we go, and it destroyed. Alright, a little celebratory jump just for that. Alright. Now we need to get it to heal the player. So what we're going to do is let's start in the health manager. And here, oh, I don't have it open. Health manager. Let's open it up. Alright. So in our health manager, what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna change this because it only works for 3 hearts right now. We want it to be able to work for more, right? So we're gonna comment that out just in case this doesn't work. Then we don't have to rewrite everything. We're gonna say if I is less than health, then cherries I dot enable dot enabled is equal to true. Otherwise, with an else statement, what's going to happen is chair, and we can just copy this. I don't know why I'm going to go and type everything again. Alright, and we're going to make it false. Alright. So that should work, right? And let's go to our player controller when we need to deal with the health or healing aspect. So let's create this method or function. This is gonna heal the player. Hopefully. Alright. Public void heal. And we're gonna pass an amount as an integer, just like before with the score. And we're gonna say health manager dot health plus equals amount. And then health manager dot update health UI, like so. Let's see, what else do we need to do? In our health pickup, we need to add player dot heal amount. There we go. All right. No idea if this is going to work, but we're going to try it out and see. Let's go ahead and duplicate this and put it right there, and then add another one, and we're going to put it right there. So I'm gonna try to collect that one and see what happens. Alright. So here we go. On how? So it does add them, right? But you don't see it. Interesting. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna increase our health manager to 5. We're gonna add 2 more cherries. So let's go zoom in on those and duplicate, bring it over, duplicate, bring it over. The real estate originally was taking up too much. The cherries were taking up too much real estate originally, so I did change those in between cuts to 50, so this would work. In hopes that this would work, rather. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna deactivate these, and my max health, I need to add a max health counter. So public, and we'll say private because I don't want this to equals 5. I want to start at 3, but I want the max health to be 5. And this should hopefully work. No, it won't because I didn't put cherries in there. Alright, let's put the cherries in. Let's see here. Turn those on. Put them in here. And then we're going to turn these back off. And it doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Alright. So it's not working. So let's try this. We're gonna update our health UI and do again to make sure that it stays constant or consistent. We don't need the update. I'm tired of scrolling up and down. Let's see. That's all fine. Here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, here's why. Alright, so here's what I need to do here. I'm gonna remove this and redo this. We're gonna go cherries I dot game object dot set active I max health I'm gonna try that. Why? Because I forgot that. Alright, so that should work there. I think it should work with those inactive already at the start? Question mark? Alright, there we go. Now we got it. Alright. And it removes them. Alright. Cool. So that works. Alright. So here's what we did. I made duplicates of the cherries in the health UI, moved them over. added them to our array of cherries here. Now, what I wanted to do, what I told it to do is, in a for loop, I said that if the for each instance, or whatever the I stands for, right? We're gonna set active up as long as I is less than the max health, right? And then we're gonna turn it on here. Okay. What I did is I also added a max health, right? So max health is always 5, right? Healing is only gonna restore this, right, up to 5 and no more, right? Taking damage still does that, right? And in here, because we already had, we have the health as 3, right? So we should be good. And so that's how that ended up working out. All right. Sorry this video ended up taking so long. We're now like at 26 minutes for that. But I will see. Hopefully everything got understood there. I apologize if not. Let me know. Maybe I'll put a more detailed description in the comment section or the description itself. And keep building, keep learning. I'll see you in the next video.